Small, cheap Lego sets can make an incredible return on investment for those who buy them before the values skyrocket. Because if you're not already aware, Lego sets, they are on a schedule, and when that schedule ends, manufacturing stops and value starts to go up on eBay and Amazon. But as a Lego investor, one of the big questions that people always ask me is, Shane, do we need to buy $200 modular buildings or the Star Wars UCS sets to be a Lego investor? The answer is absolutely not. Low-priced Lego sets can be an incredible way to start, because low-priced Lego sets can actually reach even higher return on investments a lot of the time. And the reason for that is because there is more runway for the price to grow in retirement. If a set is $10, then it's much easier for that set to triple in price in retirement and reach $30 on Amazon or eBay. And I have done this time and time again in my Lego investing business. I love investing in low-priced sets. I actually do both. I invest in low-priced and high-priced sets. Both of them have a place in my business. But today, I just want to talk about low price sets because I do hear people in the communities talking about how you just need to invest in high price sets. And some of you may be thinking that Lego investing is just not possible if you only have a small amount of money to start with, or you don't have a massive amount of storage space, which may be needed for the larger sets. So in this video, I'm going to give you 8 examples of Lego investments that I have actually made and sets that I've actually sold. I'm going to share all of the numbers with you, how much I bought the sets for, how much I sold them for, and what was my return on investment. But what we're going to do here is look at low price sets so that maybe some of you out there will see that you can actually get into Lego investing with a low amount of money as a starting point, and then you can grow it from there year over year. And all of the numbers I'm going to show you here are my numbers, actual sales that I've made and actual return on investments. And I've been using Amazon in the United States for this, so wherever you are in the world, it may look a little bit different for you. But I just want to share some of this as an example of what is possible with Lego investing. So let's just jump straight in here. And the first on this list is going to be the Marvel Avengers Thanos mech. If you want to invest in low price sets, some of the mech sets are a great place to start. And we've had over the last couple of years this slew of Marvel based mech sets that have just been absolutely amazing, including mechs like the Black Panther and the Wolverine. But this one right here was a great example of what is possible with these sets. I bought these for $7, and it's typically a $10 set. Some of these lower price sets are pretty often discounted, and you can get them at 30% off, which is just an incredible purchase price. Now this is set number 76141 with 152 pieces in the box and one unique minifigure, of course, which is Thanos. The idea or concept behind these mech sets is that, you know, you have the minifig and then you have kind of a giant robot that the minifig is controlling. And you can collect them because you could have Thanos versus Wolverine or Thanos versus Black Panther, and the collectability factor is really great across these sets because the sets are so similar to each other, and there's a lot of playability when you have more than one, but also the price points are so low that allows people to want to buy more than one. So again, this set was $10 MSRP, but we bought them for $7, 30% off. And we sold these for $25 on Amazon in the US. That's a return on investment of 122%. Now, when you're selling lower priced items on Amazon, you will give up a little more of your profit margin to fees, because Amazon FBA have some flat fees, and that means you have to pay a flat amount every sale. So if it's a lower price sale, that flat fee will be a little bit more of a percentage. But even after paying all those fees on this, with a $25 sale, it's still 122% return on investment. Absolutely incredible return on investment for this one. And I don't think our hold time was very long on this. For a $25 sale, that's a lot of price growth that the set needs to go through, but that typically happens very quickly for some of the really good, really popular low price sets. So this is a great example of what is possible with the mech sets. This is the Marvel Avengers Thanos mech with 122% return on investment. Next up, we have a Lego Disney set. This is one of the low priced sets from the Moana movie lineup of Lego sets. 43170. It is Moana's Ocean Adventure, 46 pieces and one minifigure in the box. And look how basic this set is. It is literally a minifigure or a mini doll and a couple of pieces that make up a little raft. That's all you get in here. 46 pieces. And for that reason, it's a low price set. We bought them for $7. And again, that was a discounted set, of course. We got it for 30% off. And we sold these for $21.90, a little lower than the one we just looked at, but still an 88% return on investment. And again, folks, when we're talking about these low price sets, we're not talking about just getting one of them. We will of course buy multiples of them because they're such low price sets. You can get 10 of them for 70 bucks, and you can store 10 of them in a small little box because these things are very small. And with an 88% return on investment, of course, you're getting over $60 back in profit from storing 10 of these little small Lego sets. The demand on these sets is also incredibly high, which naturally happens with lower priced stuff. And this is not just Lego sets, but with everything. Whenever things are lower priced, then the quantity that will be demanded by the public goes up. And so lower priced Lego sets, there is typically higher demand on it than higher priced Lego sets. So you can sell more of them. That essentially means you could get more of them, you could sell more of them with ease, and you will move through the inventory with ease. So that's the name of the game when we're talking about low price sets. We're not just buying one of them to try and make, $6. We're buying a lot more than one. And then the aim is, of course, to make a great return on investment after we sell all of the units. So this one was an 88% return on investment. Definitely lower, of course, than the Thanos mech that we just looked at, but still a pretty solid return on investment on the Moana's Ocean Adventure. Next up here, we have a Star Wars set. Now, we're also seeing a variety of different themes that we can invest in. We have Marvel, we have Disney, we have Star Wars, and a lot of the different themes in the world of Lego have lower price sets. So here's a Star Wars low price set. These are the microfighters. The Star Wars microfighters, honestly, I think I should make a video about that separately someday because the return on investment you can get on these sets is incredible. And I've done very, very well on a handful of microfighter sets. This is the first one here. This is the Resistance Y-Wing microfighter, set number 75263 with 86 pieces and one minifigure. $8 cost per goods. So I paid $8 to get this inventory and sold them for $24. So once again, we're talking about triple of my buy-in at that point, and that's an 86% return because again, we do have those higher fees on the lower price sales, but 86% return on investment. It still shows the appetite for people to buy this set to finish their collection. Even at $24, there's still a lot of demand out there for these small microfighter sets. The other thing about these sets is that a lot of the times they go under the radar for Lego investors because they're looking at higher priced inventory and they're ignoring some of the microfighters that can be incredible investments. So that is the Resistance Y-Wing microfighter. Great example of what is possible with Lego investing in smaller items. 86% return. Again, we do have some more examples on this list that will be a much better return on investment than this one, but 86%, I'll take it. It's not bad. Next up, we have another Star Wars microfighter. This is the Kylo Ren's shuttle microfighter. This is 75264 with 72 pieces and one minifigure, of course, based on Kylo Ren and his ship. We paid the same amount for this one. This was an $8 purchase price, but this sold for $45. So the price on this one just skyrocketed in retirement because the demand was so strong on it. So a 310% return on investment. Buying for $8 and selling every unit for $45, 310% return. Show me a stock that can do that. This was just an incredible investment, and honestly, it's one that nobody's really been talking about in the communities. A lot of people talk about some of the other great investments, like the TIE Fighter pilot helmet or the Stranger Things upside down, but I haven't really seen people talking about Kylo Ren's shuttle microfighter because, again, you would need to buy a lot more units of a low price set to make the same amount of dollars than buying just one of the Stranger Things upside down for $200. But again, these are such small boxes that you can easily buy 100 of them and store them in your home. And then the demand is so strong that you could also pretty easily sell 100 of them depending on the market that you are in and the marketplace that you sell on. So 310% return on the Kylo Ren's shuttle microfighter for $8. Now at this point, you're probably wondering, why is this in 5th place on this list? The reason for that is because we're not actually ranking by return on investment here. So number 1 is not going to be a higher return than this Kylo Ren's microfighter. This is likely the highest return on the list. So this is just a list of low priced items starting with the lowest price that you can invest in to get started with Lego investing. And in 4th place, we have a Speed Champion set. This is the 1974 Porsche 911 Turbo 3.0. 75895 is the set number with 180 pieces and one unique minifigure. Now I bought these for $12, which is a great price considering that Speed Champions have gone up in price over time since then. Recently though, even the new, more expensive Speed Champions have been discounted down to around this price, so you can definitely get into Speed Champions for a low price. Now from that $12 purchase price, this set skyrocketed in value over the following years in retirement, ended up selling for $43 a unit. That was 152% return on investment, and I had a lot of these. I actually felt really confident in this set as an investment before it retired. I felt like it was definitely the best of the 4 Speed Champion sets that retired in that wave, and it definitely ended up meeting my expectations here with a $43 sale. 152% return on the Speed Champions Porsche 911 Turbo. Now, next up, we have a Duplo set. So once again, we're seeing a variety of themes here, all sorts of different themes. We've had Marvel, Speed Champions, Duplo, Disney, and Star Wars. And here is the Duplo Pixar Toy Story train. This is set number 10894 with 21 pieces, because Duplo sets are crazy expensive for what you get in the box. 2 minifigures, or if you could call them minifigures, they're more like the mini dolls in this one. Cost of $15 per unit is what we paid for them, but sold them for $49 a unit. That was a return on investment of 123%, more than doubling our money on this one. And I just love this. When you see a Pixar Toy Story train in Duplo form, it's like all the stars align. Trains can be great investments, and Duplo can also be a great theme, especially when it's paired with something else like Toy Story that's going to help to drive demand into the future. So this one definitely ended up working out with 123% return on investment on the Duplo Disney Toy Story train. Next up, we have a Minecraft set, another theme added to our list here. This is Minecraft The End Battle, set number 21151, 222 pieces and 2 minifigures, both unique. We bought these for $16 a unit and ended up selling them for $44. Now, to be honest, I actually thought it would go a little bit higher, and it will over time go a little higher than that $44 selling price, but it was still an 89% return on investment for us. And by the way, all of these return on investments, they're not accounting for cashback that we get on credit cards or Rakuten cashback and different things like that are bonus profit on top of these 89% returns that you're seeing here. So this was a pretty good one. It was a good investment. I did expect it to be a little bit higher. I thought I'd get closer to the 100% return on the End Battle, but you know, I felt confident in this set because it was quite unique and quite different than a lot of the other Minecraft sets, and also it's based on an important scene in the Minecraft universe. Now, I don't know a whole lot about the Minecraft universe, but I knew enough to know that this one was important to fans, and the demand has continued in retirement as we've seen. So 89% for the End Battle. And in number 1 on this list is another example of a great low-priced Lego set to invest in. It is, of course, another Speed Champion set, because we have to talk about Speed Champions when we're talking about low-price sets. This is the Audi Sport Quattro 76897. Incredible investment again. Now, we also invested in the Nissan and the Ferrari in this wave of Speed Champions. I made a whole video about these sets and what they've done in retirement. But this is 250 pieces with 1 unique minifigure. It was a $16 purchase price for this one, just like the other 2. And it was a $48 sale. So this was a solid investment. Now, it only took 1 year to sell this set for $48. So 104% return on investment in just a year on this one, which of course is doubling your money. So you're spending $16, you're making $16 profit back after a year. And I think we bought around 140 of these. So this was a pretty solid investment overall. I wish I bought more, of course. And again, this is just one of the 3 Speed Champion sets that we bought in that particular wave at the end of 2021. So another example of what is possible with low-priced Lego sets, investing less than $20 in either those $7 or $8 sets, or maybe the higher kind of end, which is more like $16 sets, like what we saw with the Duplo Toy Story train, or the End Battle from Minecraft, or these Speed Champion sets, and still you can reach 100% return on investment within a year, like we see with this one, with a $48 selling price on Amazon in the US. So if you are someone who just feels like you don't have the amount of money that you might need to start with Lego investing, I hope that this helps a little bit, because you can start off in lower price sets with whatever money that you have to start with. If you have $100, $500, you know, that could be a great starting point, because after you sell for 100% return, then you would take your profits and reinvest it the following year. And over the course of a couple of years, you start to build it up. And then after a few years of doing this, you may decide to start to go into larger sets. Now, that is actually what I see a lot of when I work with people in Lego investing. A lot of the time they start off with lower price sets, but as they scale and grow their inventory, then the amount of money that they have to invest naturally starts to grow, because they're reinvesting all of those profits, all of those 100% returns. And then they get to a point where, okay, maybe I have more money to deploy this year, so I'm going to start to buy larger sets. And I do see that a lot, because as you get to a larger level, then scalability and deploying more money becomes more important to you. And some of my really, really large Lego investing friends that are in the multiple 6 figures do love those larger sets, because it's just easier to put money to work. But if you are starting out, or if you have lower amounts of capital to deploy, in my opinion, is a better place to start, because you can often hit those higher returns much easier. You can get great discounts like these 30% off these $10 Lego sets, get a microfighter for $7, sell it for 25. You know, this sort of thing is easy when you are working at a smaller scale, and so that is what I think that you should do in the beginning. So I hope you found this interesting, and if you did, make sure you are in our Facebook group. We have a free Facebook group for Lego investing, so you don't want to miss out on that. I'm going to drop the link in the description down below. Jump into the free Facebook group and get started with Lego investing. And when you're down there, make sure to hit the subscribe button if you want more tips on Lego investing. And with that, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one.